I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money.
Now, also, I should bring this up. Today, we're doing Death Stranding 2, and this is very matter-of-factly a make or break stream for the game. And you might say, well, what does that mean? All right, well, it means thus. Death Stranding 2 is exactly as I had predicted. It's the same game as Death Stranding 1, with a few tweaks here or there, but for the most part, it's nearly identical when it comes to the gameplay loop. Where it shines are the improved graphics, the music, the artistic design, and the story, which I knew would be the case. I said this up front, that Death Stranding 1 was the same, where the gameplay elements weren't very fun, but man, the game itself was unique as hell with that plot, and I would love to experience another good plot. But it's 2025, all right? It's not 5 years ago when we played Death Stranding 1. Things are different. I'm in demand. People all the time are asking me to play various different games. Like right now, literally, people are like, play RimWorld, play Vampire Survivor, play another driving sim that you haven't played yet, okay? Play Suikoden 2 HD. I mean, that's off the top of my head, things that people are asking me to play because they like me and my content and they want to see me play those games, and they're willing to step up and engage and support with that content. So my streams are basically in contention, meaning what I actually do on a stream matters. I'm not going to continue to play a game where people find it incredibly boring. I'm just not. All right. And I'll be honest, with Death Stranding 1, here's what happened. And this is like 4 or 5 years ago when the first game. What year did Death Stranding 1 come out, just for the record? It was 2019. Wow, that's even longer than I thought. So, wow, we're talking almost 6 years ago. It was November 2019. I didn't realize it was that long ago. It actually doesn't feel like that long ago. Okay. So what has changed in nearly 6 years? It's this simple. It's not about me saying I want to play a game, picking it and sticking with it and playing it to the end, regardless of the fact of if my audience likes it or not. Because that's exactly what I used to do. And that business model doesn't work. Okay. And I've told you guys this over the last 6 to 8 months that I have to change things if I want to continue to be successful. I have to play things you want. And I know that now. All right. However, from time to time, there may be exceptions. For example, Clair Obscur was absolutely Game of the Year material, and I played through it despite the fact it wasn't always getting support. Okay. A game like Suikoden 1, I didn't think would get support, but then it did. And I was blown away that you guys did support that playthrough. Thank you for doing that. That's why we will be playing Suikoden 2 over the course of this summer, as I promised. But in general, I have to put stuff in the rotation that you guys want and will show up and engage with and support, or else what am I doing here? I'm not just here to play games for me. I'm here to play games for an audience that wants to see those games and will support those playthroughs. So I have to change with the audience's desires and wants and likes. And I get it now. You know, I used to be stubborn. I used to be obstinate. And I used to be like, no, I bought this game and now I'm playing it to the end. Too bad if you like it or not. But now I understand that's not the case. And the thing is, the reason that I'm able to adjust on the fly now is you, because you have been supporting me so much. Right? You've been hitting goals and things are good now. I can afford to buy any game. I can afford to buy equipment that I can add on to my setup at any moment for a game. I have this flexibility, and that's thanks to you. All right. On the same time, all right, we can have fun things happen that are temporary and know that they're temporary. And then when they get worn out, we can say, okay, move on. For example, we're doing these chill playthroughs right now, like driving simulators, like Truck Sim, Taxi Life. They're fun, but maybe within a few weeks, they won't pan out anymore. Well, guess what? I spent over $300 for a wheel accessory, but you guys have already supported these games so much, it's all good. It's already more than pays for itself. I'm not complaining. I'm having a great time with this stuff. I know you guys are. And that's what I mean. Like, the way I see it all right, is very simple. You want it? Come hang out, support it. We keep doing it. You don't want it? Well, then don't show up, don't support, and then I won't play it anymore. You can't really be more simple than that. Okay? And that's sadly how you operate a business. I know some people, oh, well, then you don't have passion for games. Oh, I do have passion for games. It's just that I'm 43 years old and it's time to wise up and grow up and realize reality is this is my job. This is not my hobby. This is not something I do on the side and I have a behind the scenes career. All right. This is my job. I have to balance all these things properly and I have to play what you want. So, in regards to Death Stranding 2, my opinion is thus. So far, I like the game for its plot, its graphics, its music, and its artistic direction. I think the gameplay is meh. I actually don't dislike the gameplay because this time around, I'm used to it. I played Death Stranding 1, so I know what's coming, and I'm like, okay. But it's also, I'll acknowledge, it's not riveting at all. In any regard, it's not a riveting game. It is quite boring when it comes to the gameplay. Run around with boxes on your back, drive vehicles around, avoid BTs. Every once in a while, do a fight against some humans or maybe a boss. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Now, I'm sure there will be more elements later on, and typically there always are. They add new things to it that actually change it up. So I'm sure later on, maybe there'll be new ways to traverse the terrain, new vehicles, and new things like that, right? Maybe they will. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably some new stuff, okay? But I don't foresee there being some groundbreaking new stuff that's going to make this game blow us away. We're 9 hours in. We're out of the intro. We're actually into the regular meat of the game now. And we've seen what the game is, right? There's no shocking twist here. We kind of know what to expect moving forward. So that being said, today is make or break day for Death Stranding. If today people show up, engage, and support this stream, and we hit goals and everything's good, I will continue to keep Death Stranding 2 in the rotation, and we will play it as a full playthrough. However, if it tanks and people stop showing up and aren't engaging and are just complaining the game is boring, play anything else, and there's no support, then I'm not going to continue to play Death Stranding. And I said this up front when I started last week with the game. I said, I know what this is. And by the way, when I played the first game in 2019, this was the case where I kept playing it despite the fact that my audience was complaining constantly that it was boring. They didn't want to see it. I toughed through it and beat it. And the whole second half of the playthrough was basically not very successful at all. I had incredibly slow streams. I wasn't making a lot, and I was complaining about it. And I mean, whose fault is that? Well, Kojima didn't design the game for streamers. He was going for something different. I don't think I can really blame Kojima. The viewers were just being honest with me, saying this game is boring as dirt. I don't think I can blame the viewers. Honestly, the blame lies solely on my shoulders. I was the stubborn, obstinate guy that said, I'm going to keep playing this game despite the fact that you guys are telling me not to play it. And I'm changing now. I'm changing for the better. I'm listening to feedback. I'm going to only play stuff you guys want. So I got to listen. There will be exceptions every once in a while. Like I said, if there's something that's like a really big favorite of mine or a retro game from the past or something that I want to bring back or revive or, we'll do that. But for the most part, if I want to stay successful, I have to listen to you. All right. And I get that. Now it took me a long time. My big stubborn head, hard as a fucking rock. Okay. I had to learn that the hard way. But now I've learned. And now look at what we're doing. I mean, seriously. Now we've got awesome streams all the time, fun playthroughs, chill vibes, great atmosphere, fun marathons all the time, new equipment being added all the time. This is awesome, right? And thank you for that we're to this level. But you have to understand, I have to stick to my guns of how we're doing things around here for this to continue. If I say, well, no one's going to show up for Death Stranding 2, but I'm playing it for another 40 hours anyway, I might as well just quit. I might as well just quit and just go play it myself and not stream. What's the point? I'm wasting your time if you don't want to see it, right? Now, I don't know. Maybe today people will show up and engage and support with Death Stranding 2. And if you do, then I know what you want. So there you have it. It's very easy to show what you want to see me play. Show up to the streams, engage with the content, and support it. And by the way, I will say this as well. I realize that I have a silent majority of viewers who are behind the scenes, who don't speak up in chat, and also who maybe watch on demand. I know this, okay? If you're one of those people, you can still make your voice heard. You can engage with the content by liking the videos, by leaving comments with feedback, by actually supporting via things like super thanks if you can, because I'm well aware with Death Stranding 2, the entire playthrough is getting claimed for music. So you could still do like a tip, something like that. Say, hey, just so you know, I'm here for Death Stranding 2. I'm loving the playthrough. Here you go. Here's a tip. That counts. All right. So there you go. So let's see what you guys want. All right. You have to understand my model of success is based on crowdfunding and will be moving forward. I can't get the level of support I used to get via views and stuff because everyone steals my content. It's just that simple. With so many people illegally stealing my content on a daily basis, I can't make a living off of ad revenue and views. That's why I don't care about it. What I care about is people who actually support concretely through crowdfunding to show me what they want. Okay? So there you have it. All right. So today is make or break for Death Stranding 2. Right after this podcast, we're going to start playing. We'll see how it goes. And I'll be honest with you. I would be a little sad to see it go because I feel like the story is just getting started. We just had a big advancement of the plot last time we played, and now we're in the meat of the game, which is getting interesting. But I also wouldn't be like, oh no, I'm really, missing out if I don't play it. Again, it's a good story, but that's about it. At the end of this year, I would be shocked if people are like, Death Stranding 2 is game of the year. I don't think so. People who love Kojima will love it, but I'm not seeing this as being like a groundbreaking, earth-shaking, momentous event in gaming, nor is the gaming, world looking at it like that either. People are just kind of like, it's there. So there you go. Okay, let's do some shout-outs, all right? Chris did a £2 super chat and says, hi, Phil, much love. Thank you.